Hi again. One of the biggest things in any job you look at is find out about their pension. And so many companies are getting away from traditional pensions and they're focusing on 401ks and a savings plan. Especially small companies, it's a big liability for them, and they're doing other things that are really creative. 401k is the best option you'll have. If I hadn't had a 401k, I'd have nothing right now. But I just took it as an example. So many of them will take, think of my time at North Shore Mining, and you could put up to, I think you put up to 19%, but let's just say that you put in 6% of your income. And you can put that in pre-tax dollars or you can put it in post-tax dollars. In other words, you can pay the taxes on it and put it in. The advantage of that is it's easier to get at your money. The disadvantage is it's easier to get at your money. You want to put money away and so you don't have to even pay tax on the income. And then when you tuck that away, when your kids end up going to school, if you need money there, if you need money to buy for a down payment on a house, that's an option. You also have the option to borrow from it and then pay back. So that's something I know a lot of places will do that, and then you can the money will come out of your check. Most companies will match a certain amount. So if you put in 6%, they'll put in 50% of what you put in up to, say, 3% or 4%. In other words, if you put in 6%, they'll add 3%. If you did that at, say, age 27, 28, and I'm just say you're making 50,000 bucks a year or 40,000 bucks a year, it doesn't matter. That money, by the time, if you're 28, another 30 years, you'd have over $300,000 in there. So as time goes on, you'll be able to add to the contribution. And I'm just figuring 1%, but if you figure 3 or 4%, it's a way in 30 years that you can have $1 million, which is for most of us that are common, regular folks. If I'd had it my whole life instead of later on, things would have been great. If there's one single piece, I mean, I think that the insurance is a big piece when you look for a job, but the 401k and the savings plan is really critical. So think about that when you're looking for a position. One of the other things that a lot of companies offer is variable pay, and especially smaller organizations. I know everybody has some level of bonus plan, but it's variable pay, and you know what it is in a lot of places called gain share. In other words, the better that the organization does, the better you as an individual does, which really makes sense. And in today's business world that goes ups and downs and ups and downs, you need that. Find out about the variable pay, ask what the criteria is. It's something that can really benefit you, and isn't that the perfect situation where you do something that helps you as an individual and then helps the organization. The world has kind of changed where it's us versus them. You're all in this together, and the organization fails, you're going to lose your job, or things will get difficult. So I mean, it's designed to help people help the organization, so we're motivated and everybody's pulling in the same direction. Again, insurance, important. Variable pay, important. And 401k. Three really good things to ask about when you're looking for jobs. One of the next assignments you'll get, and it won't be for a week or so, I'm going to come back to you and ask you about 2 or 3 places that you would consider applying and doing some research on them and what kinds of questions you would ask. But we're not going to worry about it. I'm not going to be back with you on anything next week. I figured I'll let you go deer hunting, and I know people are busy with that. Need you to get those resumes in. Those of you who haven't got the final one, please get those done. You'll see my notes there about signing up for the final interview. And things are winding down here eventually, but once we get the resume done, we get the cover letters done, you've done your mock interview, and then you do your final interview. We're getting down there. We might have one more assignment, but it won't be anything significant. then you'll be ready to go out in the job market. You take care of yourselves.